Good morning and welcome to our Pilates class here at the pre-recorded for the Chickadee Community Building. Before we get started today, I have a few guest instructors that are going to join me and then hopefully get out of the way. This is Frank, my lead instructor, and Ellie, who ran away. Anyway, today's class is going to focus on form. I'm going to try to get rid of this shadow. Is going to focus on form, some standing stretches and exercises to get all of our major muscle groups warmed up, and then we're going to take it down to the mat so that we can hopefully engage those core muscles and really heat up the core and the back to strengthen and stretch the muscles. We will start with a standing warm-up and then, like I said, take it down to the mat. Today's class will run about 30 minutes. So welcome to our first kind of Pilates 101. I definitely look forward to taking your Pilates journey with you and hope that you enjoyed today's class. As always, please remember to listen to your body, to follow any cues that you're getting in terms of anything that feels like it's too much or too intense. Do make sure to follow any doctor's recommendations or restrictions in terms of exercise. Don't overdo it. Take a break whenever you need to. And of course, just make sure to stay hydrated before, during, and after your workout. Some of these exercises, although they're not super difficult, they do cause people to sometimes have a little bit of soreness because it's a motion or a movement that you're not necessarily used to doing consistently. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take it standing to begin with. I do apologize in advance. I may have to adjust my camera a few times. I don't have the best setup. My camera person, Kimberly, is not with me during this pre-recorded session today. So I hope you enjoy, and please, as always, make sure that if you do have questions that you feel free to reach out to me either via email, telephone, or through a WebEx meeting. All right, so we're going to start off here with the standing exercises because they do require a little bit of balance. I will say that I'm going to keep a chair next to me so that way if you ever feel like, oh, I'm losing my balance and I'm going to try and struggle through, use a chair or a table for support so that you are not feeling like you are losing form instead of getting the best and the most out of your workout. All right, so first thing is first. I've got my chair to the side here. You always want to make sure to keep your knees soft. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with some forward or some front leg raises. So I'm going to point my toe, I'm going to lift that leg and tap down on the mat. I want the inner thigh to face the ceiling as I'm lifting, so I'm engaging my hip flexors, both my inner and my outer thighs. You want to keep your glutes tucked under, shoulder blades pulled back, so back is tight. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to raise for 5. Then we're going to circle out for a 5 count. We're going to circle in for a 5 count. Pulse 5 and hold. So that's a little bit of a longer balance posture. So if you need to tap down, take a break, or reposition, please feel free to do so. Point the toe, and we're going to lift for 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep it up on 5. Circle out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Circle it in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pulse for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. Excellent. All right, so now what we're going to do, same thing, other leg. Again, make sure those knees stay soft, so slightly bent. As you're standing, tuck your glutes under because that's what's going to engage your core. That's where you're going to feel that strengthening start to happen. Again, as you point the toe, what I mean by that, if you're not used to that terminology, is turn the toe out toward the corner of your mat. And we're going to raise again for 5 here. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep it up on 5. Circle out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Circle it in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pulse up for 5, 4, 1, and hold for 5. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down nice and slow. All right, excellent. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do pliés. So I'm going to try to readjust here so you guys can kind of see what's going on a little bit better. My apologies. All right. So when we're doing pliés, we're turning our toes to point out towards the corners of the mat or corner of the room. You're keeping your back again straight. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, bending the knees, pressing up through the heels. So we're here for a 10 count. Now what we're going to do after we plie down for 10 is we're going to lift onto the balls of our feet. We're going to pulse for 5, so you're really going to feel that through your quads. We're going to hold for 5, bring it down, and repeat 2 times. All right, so heels turned in, back is straight, so again, no hunching over. You want to make sure squeeze those shoulder blades together, and let's plie down for 1, 2, press up through those heels, 4, keep it down on the last one, lift the heels, now pulse it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 5, 3, 2, 1, bring the heels down. Perfect. All right, to challenge yourself a bit more on the next set, you can bring the heels closer together because your base is narrower, so it's harder to support. If it felt challenging enough, you can keep your stance nice and wide. That way it's a little bit easier to balance, at least till you get started or get used to those motions. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. We take it down for 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, keep it down on 5, lift up onto the balls of your feet, pulse for 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold, 4, 3, 2, 1, heels come down, walk the feet back in. Excellent. All right. So now what we're going to do, and I've done this in the past as a warm-up for some of my yoga classes, is going to be a curtsy lunge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reposition camera. I really want to make sure that you guys get a good feel for exactly what your lower body is doing. So what you're going to do here is I'm starting with my left leg. You want to cross that foot back, bring the knee down toward the mat, tap out to the side. So we're here for 10. What we're going to do on the last one is we're going to pulse for 5 and then we're going to hold for 5. So this is really going to, you're really going to feel this through the inner and outer thigh or the hip flexors. This is a good strengthener. Make sure that you don't try to go too fast because it's easy to let the momentum do the work instead of having your muscles do the work. So squeeze the shoulder blades just like when we did the pliés. And now we're going to bring that foot back, drop the knee down to the floor, tap out to the side for 2, 3, 4, and breathe through that whole motion. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, get ready to keep it down on 1, pulse it here, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to hold down. If you want to make it harder as you hold, you can lift onto both of the balls of your feet for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those feet down. Good. Now what you're going to do is press both heels into the floor, stretch your arms overhead. Nice deep breath in, long spine. Exhale, just like when you're doing a forward fold in yoga here, we're stretching those hamstrings, and you're going to feel this stretch through the low back a bit as well. Take a deep breath in. Now exhale, roll it up nice and slow. All right, we have one more set on that side. This time, let's add a little bit more challenge to it. So we're doing another 10 count, But when we do the pulse, we're going to try to keep it lifted on both of the balls of our feet. So again, as you cross over, make sure to drop that knee as low as you feel comfortable. You're going to feel that through your glutes as well. So we're here for 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, keep it down on 10, lift if you can onto the balls of both of your feet, pulse it, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, bring both heels down. Again, deep breath in, inhale, stretch overhead, elongate the spine, exhale, forward fold, stretch the hamstrings and the glutes. Deep breath in, pushing your belly button up toward your spine. Exhale, roll it up nice and slow. Open the chest and bring it back to center. All right, so now we're going to do curtsy lunges, switching sides. Before we do that, we're going to go back to a set of plies. Now that we've got a little better camera view, keeping both heels in, this way you really see what your form looks like. Squeeze the shoulder blades, arms are up. We're down 10, pulse 5, 1 set, and then we're going to switch sides. So nice straight back and bring it down. Exhale up for 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Last 3, 2, keep it down on 1, lift the heels. Here's where you add the challenge. You don't have to lift the heels. Now we pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. 5, 3, 2, 1. Heels come down. Excellent. All right, so we switch it over. Curtsy lunges. We're going to take that right leg, and again, you're going to cross it behind you, drop the knee toward the floor. We're 2 sets of 10 with a 5 count pulse here. And take it over for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Slow and controlled when you bring these down. Last 3. The lower you go, the harder this is. 2 more. Keep it down on 1. Pulse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Press the heels into the mat. Again, long spine. Inhale, stretch the fingertips up toward the ceiling. Exhale, fold it forward. Press both heels into the mat. Again, nice deep breath in. Push the belly button toward the spine. Exhale, roll it up nice and slow. Low back first. Shoulders, head and neck last. Perfect. We bring it back to center. Last set of curtsy lunges. We're going to do a double set of plies then. So we're really warming up that low body. All right, last set of curtsies here. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Cross it over for 10, 9. And again, drop that knee as close to the mat as you feel comfortable. Good. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, keep it down on the last 1. Lift both heels if you feel comfortable. Pulse it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding for 5, 3, 2, 1. Both heels press into the mat here. Lock the fingers together to elongate the spine. Nice deep breath in, forward fold, exhale down. Bring those hands in contact with the mat if you can. Inhale, press the belly button toward the spine. And exhale, roll it up nice and slow. Low back comes up first. Shoulders, head, and neck come up last. All right, last standing exercise here before we take it down to the mat. 2 sets, so those plies. Now again, when I was talking with you earlier, heels farther apart means wider base of support. Heels closer together means it's going to be more difficult. So do what you feel comfortable with right now. If you're just starting Pilates or new to this exercise, I recommend keeping a wider stance. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Back is straight. Let's plie for 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep it down on 1. Lift the heels if you feel comfortable. If not, you can keep them down and pulse. And we pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here for 5, 3, 2, 1. Heels come down if they're lifted. Excellent. Nice deep breath in. Inhale, stretch it overhead. Exhale, forward fold, keeping the toes turned towards the corners of the mat. And exhale, rolling it up nice and slow. Always low back first, just like in yoga. Shoulders, head, and neck come up last. So for my second set, I'm going to try to challenge myself a little bit. Bring the feet closer together. You don't have to, but you can if you'd like. And remember, if you do want to try it with the feet closer together, bring that chair for support so that way you're not leaning into it, but you have it just in case. All right, we're down for 10. And 1, 2, 3, and remember, you're keeping your feet fully pressed into the mat while you're plieing, so only go as far as you can without lifting the heels until the end. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, keep it down on 1, lift the heels, pulse it, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, heels come down. Excellent. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take it down to the mat. I'm going to move the chair aside here. And we're going to get started with the last portion of the class, which is going to be all of our mat, core, and back work. All right, so now we are all ready to take it down here. And what we're going to start with is working on our obliques. So I'm going to have you start on your side. And we're going to show modifications for each exercise. So you don't have to feel like, if it feels like too much, there is an option. So when we're doing plank switch, this is a little bit of crossover between yoga and Pilates. You always want to make sure elbow stays in line with the shoulder stays in line with your ear so that you're not putting too much stress on your neck. So we're going to start out with a modified side plank. We're going to do leg lifts for 5, leg circles for 5, and then a 5 count hold. So modified side plank here, take it up, open, and we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, leg lifts here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, extend the leg, circle forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, circle it back, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold here for 3, 2, 1, bringing it down. Stretch that arm overhead just to kind of relax those muscles through the shoulder. Deep breath in. Exhale, relax the shoulder. Good. One more deep breath in. Now exhale, bring yourself back up. We have one more set of those to do. So you're going to lift up again. Watch your form. Keep your upper body in line. We lift and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we're doing our leg lifts for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the legs, circle forward, 2, 3, 4, 5. Circle back, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Bring it down. Stretch it onto your stomach here, long spine. Press the pelvis into the mat. Deep breath in. Now pull the arms into the body. Exhale back, modified cobra stretch here. So a little bit of yoga interspersed into our Pilates today. Take it back, sit back onto your sits bones. So just stretch out your back in a child's pose here. Relax your shoulders, your head, and your neck. Deep breath in, and we're going to switch it to the other side. So again, starting with that modified side plank, elbow under the shoulder. Keep your torso lifted off the mat. 5 count, hold here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leg lifts, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the legs, circle forward, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Bringing it down. Stretch it overhead here, long spine, nice deep breath in. Relax the shoulders so you don't build up too much tension through there. Exhale, good. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, bring it back up to modified side plank. Again, similar to yoga, Pilates, the breathing is still really important, so make sure that you're not holding your breath on any of the exercises. All right, last set of these, we lift to modified side plank and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg lifts, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the legs, circle forward, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle back for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on, 5, for 3, 2, 1. Bring that leg down, rolling it onto your stomach here. Deep breath in, stretch the arms overhead. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, press up into a cobra stretch here. Exhale, back into child's pose to stretch the back and drop the shoulders, head and neck as close to the mat as you can. All right, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna take it onto our back, keeping those sits bones pressed into the mat. We're gonna focus on our upper abdominals first and then our lower abdominals second. So possible modifications for the first exercise. You can bring the arms down to the mat like this. This is the way we're gonna try to do it to really engage the upper abs. Extend the legs, and you're just gonna go down to the left, down to the center. Side, center. It's just a half drop. So we're doing 5 of those. On the last one, we hold center, we pulse 5 and hold. Now you can do that same exercise, bringing your neck and shoulders down on the mat if it feels like it's too much pressure in your upper back being extended. So we're doing 2 sets to the left, bridging for a stretch, and then doing 2 sets to the right. Hands can either be supporting the low back or out to the sides. Point the toes and down center and side. Center and left side. Good. Last 3 and side. 2 and side. Last 1 and side. Pulse at center. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those feet down. All right, reposition yourself. Make sure that if you are extended up, that you keep your chin tucked to your chest and that you don't have too much extra stress on your shoulders, head, and neck. If you feel like it's too much, drop it down to the mat. All right, one more set to the left again. Point the toes and take it down in the center and to the left for 2 and left, 3 and left. Good. Last 2 and last 1 to the left. One more time. Take it center, pulse it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold on. 1 for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those feet down. All right, we're lifting to bridge before we switch sides. So take yourself all the way down to the mat. Lift the glutes. If you want to make the stretch more intense, clasp the hands together. Deep breath in. And now exhale down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Bringing the upper back down to the mat first. The low back, the hips, and the glutes coming down last. Bring those knees to the chest to stretch. Bring it back down. And we're going to switch sides. So again, if you feel comfortable up on the shoulders, this time I'm taking it to the right. Hands are either behind the back or slightly out to the side on your mat. Point the toes, drop to the side and to the right 5 times. Pulse 5 and hold on the last one. We're down for 1 and side, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Pulse at center. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the feet down. Wonderful, you guys have got this. We're going to reposition one more set on this side, and then we're going to finish up on this exercise with the bridge. So tuck the chin and take it down to the center. To the side and center. Side, center. Last 3, 2, last 1. Pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold on. 1 for 3, 2, 1. Bring those feet down nice and slow. Take it all the way down to your mat. We're going to bridge up here. So lift, keeping just the shoulders, head, and neck pressed into the mat. And we exhale down nice and slow. Upper back first, low back, hips and glutes come down last. Pull the knees into the chest, rock side to side. Stretch out the low back And we're gonna bring it up to seated here. All right, so what we're gonna do next is we're going to do a set of boats. So this is actually a yoga stretch, but we're gonna add some flutter kicks, some Pilates motions into this. So boat is here, we hold for 5, we flutter kick for 5, we bring it out for 5, and we hold. We're 2 sets here. So I'm gonna try and do this at an angle so that you guys can see the best you can. Again, the more angled your back is to the mat, the harder the exercise, the more upright, the easier it's gonna be. 2 sets, everything is a 5 count. Tap your feet down anytime you need to. All right. And we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We flutter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on 5. For 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it down. Excellent. Extend those legs, stretch forward as far as you can here. That does put a bit of pressure on the low back. So deep breath in, exhale, stretch forward. And then roll it back up to seated, nice and slow, using your stomach muscles to bring yourself back up to neutral. We're gonna do 1 more set of those. So it's a hold followed by the flutter kicks, the side extensions or scissor kicks, and a final hold before we take it back down to the mat for our last couple of exercises. So lean into it if you feel comfortable. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Says flutters for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Side for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those feet down. Deep breath in, stretch overhead this time. Exhale, forward fold, stretch the low back. And roll it nice and slow back up to seated. All right, we're gonna take it all the way down. 2 more exercises, you guys are doing great. So what we're gonna do is work the lower abdominals for our last couple. So these are a little bit easier. Hands can make a triangle here. Support the low back to take a little bit of the pressure off. Point the toes up toward the ceiling. What we're gonna do is we're gonna drop down. This is a 10 count. So we're dropping halfway down for 10. We're flutter kicking for 10. Then we're gonna bring our hands out, reach for our knees, 10 count, and hold for 5. So everything's a 10, the hold is a 5. We're here for 2 sets. All right, ready? And down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keep them down, reach for the knees. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold on 1 for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, feet to the mat, lift to bridge. Good job. That's a modification of something that's called Pilates hundreds. Exhale down. So we're going to work into that nice and slow. Those are a more difficult exercise. So each class or each week, we'll work on things to help bring you closer to getting really good form and getting good at doing those hundreds. 1 more set of our hundreds modifications. So take it back down. Again, hands make that triangle, supporting the low back. And we're dropping down for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Keep it down on 10. Hands to the knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold on 10 for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Beautiful. Lift to bridge. Open the chest. Stretch out the low back because it will get tight through the center and the low back here. And exhale down nice and slow. Bring the glutes and hips back down to the mat last. All right, we have one exercise left. And what we're gonna do for this exercise is we're gonna press the soles of our feet together. So just like you're doing a butterfly stretch, and then you're gonna bring yourself all the way down to the mat. So however's easiest, you can either put the soles of the feet together and lower yourself down to the mat, or you can take yourself down and then put the soles of your feet together. Wherever you're most comfortable, just dropping the hips or the knees to the side. You don't wanna press them down, just as far as they feel comfortable, so you're feeling that stretch. You're taking your hands behind your neck, not pulling on it, but just supporting it. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do a 5-count butterfly pulse to the center, 5 to the left, 5 to the right, and then we're holding chin to chest for 5. 2 sets here. All right, so let's go ahead and take it to the side for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, center, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back to center and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, bring it down. Relax the shoulders, head and neck. 1 set left. This time really focus on when you're doing those pulses up to inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, and keep the core nice and tight. All right, taking it to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back to center, hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Good job, you guys. Bring the soles of the feet back down on the mat. Pull the knees to the chest, rock it side to side here. Tuck the chin if you feel comfortable, rolling back and bringing yourself back up to seated. All right, well, I want to say fantastic job today. Thank you for joining me for our first session of our Introduction to Pilates. I look forward to seeing you each and every Thursday. Normally classes will be live, so thank you for joining me for today's pre-recorded class. I hope you have a wonderful day. I look forward to seeing you soon.